Must have been gruesome in that cult of his.
No more gruesome than the rest of Sanctuary's underbelly.
Yeah, we do look pretty good at the moment. It kind of worked out so far. I can go and change it. They've got all of World of Warcraft's system for keeping any outfit appearances you've saved. But that costs gold, and we're using it while we play at the moment. I'm sorry we couldn't save Mashif.
He deserved better. Damn it. I brought him into this.
Unlike Elias, the cathedral believes the prophecy about Inarius.
Of course. Their entire faith hinges on it. Inarius is the spear that will pierce hatred's heart. The knight's penitents are the weak made strong. Prava is the mother who will mold a new age from the ashes. They found a way to weave themselves into every part of it.
Where did the sightless eye come from?
It's a relic from when the world was young. For many years, an order of rogues called the Sisters of the Sightless Eye kept it safe. Not sure how they lost hold of it, but I've heard the sisters are not as strong as they once were. Knowledge of their craft has spread to others, but most rogues you see these days are not true members of the order.
It's interesting, this might have taken place in Diablo 1 and 2, but I don't know. Feeling better, Tisa?
I can shut out Andariel's whispers most of the time, but not always.
Better a whisper than having her walk the world again. Andariel is part of Lilith and Elias's plan. But how? What do we know so far?
Lilith made a deal with Astaroth.
The demon who served her father. Interesting choice of ally.
And she has a key to hell.
A place where she's seen as a traitor. So why would she go? And is she already there? We need answers. Elias used the Sightless Eye to contact Lilith. Perhaps it can help us. Bring it here.
Uh-oh. Going to peer through the eye. This is gonna work out horribly.
It's risky, but we haven't got a choice.
Haven't these guys seen Lord of the Rings?
When you're ready, picture Lilith in your mind and gaze into the eye.
My father's essence is reforming.
How do you know?
I feel it. Like 1,000 old wounds ripped open again. He's still weak. Vulnerable. I must strike before he can resist.
Make his power yours. The other lords will.
What happened?
She saw me.
She knows we're looking for her. Only a matter of time before she comes after us.
Not necessarily.
What do you mean?
Mephisto is reforming. And Lilith aims to take his power while he is still weak.
So, that's what you've been preparing for. All right, old man. Think. Think! she takes Mephisto's power, she'll become like a prime evil herself. She'll be able to conquer hell and sanctuary alike. I have an idea how to stop her. But for it to work, we'll need the help of an old ally. Deliver this message to Donan. He'll have gone to Kyovashad for guidance.
Yeah, I really think Lilith got a lot of the design budget. Like, she is an awesome looking character. Just absolutely, I don't see what else they could have done to her to make her any better than she is. I think they nailed it 100%. If Lilith consumes Mephisto, could it help Sanctuary?
It would strike a blow against hell, that much is certain. But is it really for our benefit, as she claims? All her actions are driven by hatred. That is her nature, and she can never change it.
You're saying she has plans beyond protecting humanity?
I'm saying it's impossible to know. She can peer into hearts, tell us what we want to hear. You've seen it with Donan, Elias, and others. To trust her would mean gambling with the fate of all humankind. Not a risk I'm willing to take.
What did you write in the letter?
The beginnings of a plan to thwart Lilith. One thing's for sure, we need a soul stone. And that means we need Donan. He'll understand when you deliver the letter.
Okay, we might hear a bit more sadness when we go back to Doran. What do you know of Andariel?
More than I care to now. Her pain is primal, wordless. Once, she was part of something more. She doesn't like me to think on it.
Oh, well, I know what that's about. Apparently all of the prime evils were parts of a super evil dragon with many heads that was broken into pieces. So I guess all the prime evils are family. So let's see. Is this chapter... Wow! We've gone out of chapter 3. We have begun chapter 4. Okay, chapter 1 here. Chapter 2 took place here. Chapter 3 took place all the way down here. Even down into this area. So that's neat. I actually don't know how many chapters there will be. It's interesting. I think a lot of these games close out at the 4th chapter. But then we've started to break the mold with some of these now. Do I have some inventory to clear? Yes, I do. Let's give that a go. Is there anything we like the look of? No, I don't see anything good in there, so let's destroy this. Magic and common. A couple more things that we're going to have a bit of a look at. We're going to visit the item in power guy. What's it called? The occultist. See if we can... Whoops. I always do that wrong. It's the item. It's trousers that we're trying to make into a copy of our old legendary. Damaging an elite grants you a barrier. Let's see what that's going to cost. cost some of these coiling wards now, which is another thing that we don't have. Needs one, we've got none. So I think we're gonna bin the trousers, seeing as we can't turn them into a legendary. Store these earthen legendaries that I can't use at the moment, but might use if I decide to change spec. Landslide for that one. Alright, off to the church.
After everything brushed aside.
I have a letter for you, Donan.
Good news for once, I hope.
It's from Lorath.
Oh, wonderful. Lord. Lilith. Entering hell. Soulstone. What? Is he serious?
What does it say?
He didn't tell you? No, of course not. That would require some basic degree of consideration. It's written in our code. He sent a plan. Though calling it that is generous. He wants to imprison Lilith with my soulstone. The one that held Astaroth.
Can it work?
Certainly not. The stone needs to be attuned first. And he will need an expert for that.
Lorath thinks that expert is you.
Then he is even more foolish than I thought. Go to the Horadrim vault, will you? I'll dig up what he needs. You can deliver it. And maybe then he'll leave me alone. Hold on. Did Lorath offer you his horse for the journey? No, wait. What am I thinking? Of course not. I'm old friends with the stable master in town. Tell him I sent you, and he'll offer you a steed.
So that soul stone that he was talking about, this relates to the bad times with a character that didn't make it. So that's why I was covering my eyes there. Bad times. Did you come to see Anarius?
For all the good it did. After Scott's Glen, I hoped he could give me, I don't know, forgiveness, guidance, anything. He spoke of the prophecy, his campaign against Lilith. I offered my help, but all he said was, "What use has a general for a broken soldier?"
What? Anarius is just the worst guy. I hate him. He's worse than all of the primevals. Was there something in the letter that angered you?
It's not what was in it, but what wasn't. He didn't even have the decency to mention. It doesn't matter now. He's come down from the mountain, yes. But he's still the same man who went up.
Offer his condolences in the letter. That's true. Anarius is the angel that is bound here on Sanctuary because heaven won't have him back at the moment, but he believes he's going back up. And the people here believe that we're going with him. but I wouldn't bet on that. I don't think that's part of the deal. They kind of wrote that themselves. Right, so I was told to talk to the stable master, so I believe I have finally now unlocked the horse. Don't know how it works, but I'm interested to find out. I'm a friend of Donan's. He said you could provide a horse.
Donan? Ah. Now there's a good man. A champion of the faith. Not like that old crank you were with earlier. What was his name? Lorfam? Morath? Doesn't matter. I know Donan's been through some hard times of late, so I'm happy to help him however I can. Take one of my steeds, free of charge.
Oscar's a good guy. Ah, yeah, here it is. Mounts can be purchased from a stable master or discovered throughout Sanctuary. Once acquired, each mount will be available to all characters on your account. Cool. Even if I make a new guy, I've got the horse. Once you've acquired the mount, you can call it by pressing Z or Z, depending on, which English you use. Equestrian gameplay, finally. Yeah. Maybe I have mounted combat. Maybe the horse is a badass. While mounted, pressing the spacebar for a burst of speed to pass through enemies. Wow, we get phasing. Looks like it's got 3 charges if this interface is correct. Your mount can get scared around too many monsters. If the bar fills completely, you'll be knocked off. Wow, advanced horse gameplay. You can select your summoned mount and customize its equipment at the stable master. And that's the symbol for it. So cool. Let's do this thing. So I think this is the one that we were just given. But this is my one for playing in the beta test. So let's give the beta test one. Oh no, this is the pre-order one. Sorry, my mistake. Select him. I don't think we have to double click or anything else. This is a pre-order armor as well. That looks very nice on him. I haven't played Red Dead Redemption 2. It's on my list of things to do after I do this and maybe some other things. And yeah, this is a trophy that I unlocked for the horse by playing in the beta, the second beta, and killing the world boss Shava, which was very difficult. So there we go. That's our horse, I think, customized fully. Don't need to buy any horses, and I don't really need to buy a saddle for 4.1 million. And if it's anything like the picture, it's not even very good. Yeah, the trophy. I had to play in the second beta, get to level 20 again, and then kill a world boss that you need, 8 or 10 or 12 people zoned in at the same time to beat it. And the world boss was locked at level 25. That was the minimum level it could be, but all players were capped to level 20. So you needed a whole lot of extra gems and armor and everything else. You needed to really get out your character insanely in order to beat Ashava, or at least I did, and I still even died a couple of times by standing in the wrong place. So yeah, it was hard won, but I'm assuming there'll be more trophies just in the game anyway, and people will soon forget about this. But it was fun. Yeah, well deserved trophy, definitely. Okay, let's give this a try. Zed. My god, we did it. Try out the spacebar. Oh no, they're not allowed. You're not allowed to do that in town. Yeah, control's fine. He can turn very well. There's a lot of horses lately in Elden Ring and things where it's such a hassle to turn the horse, and the Rising as well. It's such a hassle to turn the horse that sometimes you don't even bother using it unless you're going somewhere very, very far away. Oh, the horse knows how to use a portal. Cool horse. 10 out of 10. Oh no, he's not here. Yeah. Oh wow, more than one button. So spur with spacebar. Hummel. Dismount. Shapeshift into a werebear as you leap from your mount and slam the ground, dealing 1,200 damage and knocking down enemies hit for 2.6 seconds. And just regular dismount. Okay, we're gonna have to try pressing the 1 key here. Oh my good god. I am the bear. Bear dropped. Straight off the horse. That skill is not ready. Okay, you can't summon the horse for a little while after doing that. But, neat. And there's my charges ticking through. But also they have a regular UI bit for that. Wow. This is cool. I'm assuming that's where the bar is for too many enemies nearby, auto dismount. My GPS tells me to walk to this spot and then just magically be here, but that's not how that should work. Yeah, I think the worst game with like a GPS is Dead Island, because no matter what you do, it will change every 0.1 of a second to say something absolutely different. So if you followed it and just only followed it, you would just be turning around on the spot endlessly. Lost Arts at Donan. Have you found your things?
Haven't even gone in yet. We have an intruder.
It's not like that. She's but a child.
You brought a child? Here?
It was she who brought me, actually.
Oh, right, I know who we're talking about. I'd completely forgotten about her. Is she asleep on the book? She is. Hello, Neriel.
Watch where you swing that staff. It's not a toy.
Who is he?
He once lived in this vault. The one you're trespassing in. Explain yourself.
I'm a student, conducting research on the Horadrim. What's left of you all, anyway?
A student, huh? You have a teacher? Don't tell me Lilith has taken another apprentice.
I don't need a teacher to study. Lilith threatens Sanctuary as we speak. I need to prepare for that. With or without help.
You? Against Lilith? Well, I came to get my things. I pray they were free from your meddling.
So, those two get along well. Doesn't have anything to say to me after all this time. Fine, fine.
I used to be like that girl. Had more dreams than I knew what to do with. Let me unseal this.
Oh, finally we get to see what's down the right-hand door.
The stone will need to be attuned to Lilith before Lilith marches up to her. It won't hold her well otherwise. I put together some notes on the process before I left.
The good old times. Bats. I don't think we could summon the horse indoors. Ah. That's horsist, not allowing my horse indoors.
First things first, Lorath will need my notes. Soulstone magic is treacherous, even in the most skilled hands.
Guess we're looking for the next desk.
Tread carefully. We summoned the spirit in here. Ran amok. Lorath assured me that he banished it for good, but I've always had my doubts.
Uh-oh. The crits, I either do 47 damage or I do several thousand. Wait, did he not actually want anything in here? Okay. Well, we got rid of the spirit for them in case they ever move back in.
Damn spiders. Always find a way in.
Ah, frozen. Whoops, a little bit overkill. Is this what we're looking for?
Hails from her father's domain. Hatred. That's the essence Lorath will need for the attunement. I kept a map. Somewhere. Here. All the places Mephisto's hatred yet lingers. There's just one last thing.
We actually met up with Mephisto earlier, and he was kind of cool. And he was not too bad. He seemed like a bit of a nice primeval, or lesser evil. I can't remember which of the two he is. He's a lesser evil, I think.